Hey card fighters, Chris here from Vanguard Central, bringing you another budget deck match from the budget series on the Vanguard Central blog. You can find a link to the deck article in the description below, so please check that out if you want to learn more about this deck. It is an Amon deck. Use the Amon engine to build up a lot of soul really quick and making these huge rearguard columns or adding to your Vanguard power with the starter Barmaid Grace. So you can see in the match, I started off with a G assist. Did not draw my grade 1, unfortunately. I forget to ditch the cards immediately. It's alright because I get them, I don't completely forget. I do remember at the end of his turn, so that happens. And going into my grade 2 turn, you're going to see I have the grade 2 Amon, and so then I call 2 Hell's Draw, yeah. And I'm going to soul charge up to 4, then use the starter to get up to 6. Plus the card I wrote, so I'm at 7 now. Just making one of my rearguards 16, and just hitting these really powerful numbers against his 6k Perfect Guard Vanguard. Now the tables have turned. He's at 3 damage already from my onslaught, and he does not have a grade 2, so he G assists grabbing that grade 2, and that kind of evens up the game. Which is good for me. So I take that attack. He uses Spring Breeze. It gets Josephus. Unfortunately for him, Lapierre is not a Liberator Vanguard, so he does not get the draw. And it's my turn from there. So my turn again. I ride Amon reverse to keep that Amon name so I can keep using the starter. And then giving that power to Rearguard again, I hit another great number, 19,000 on his 9k Vanguard. So things are looking really good for me, and then he heals. So he stays at 3 damage, and kind of like he guarded my rearguard, guarded my Vanguard, took that one, the rearguard attack, and then he healed, so that's not that great for me. So using the Blizza, I was thinking about perfect guarding this if he had used Campo, but since it's Blizza, I'm not too worried about the on-hit effects. So I'm just going to go ahead and take it for Counterblast for using Barmaid. And then he goes after my rear with the stand trigger. So I go for a stride to set up the wombo combo play of this deck, which you'll see eventually. And I call my draw trigger and the monochrome cat to unflip some damage and just get my stand trigger back in there. I did make a mistake here. I should have called the draw trigger to the other side because I kind of like stuck myself in this grade 0 column, and that was pretty bad. I don't hit any triggers, which is pretty bad as well. So seems like all my triggers are just kind of like stuck in my deck, which is not exactly the best for me. He uses Spear Cross Dragon, so now he's gonna fill up his field, and that way he can keep his hand to guard against those really powerful columns I'm making. And again, without an on hit, he's gonna let me take the Vanguard attack, which is good. Since I can get up to limit break, and you guys will see kind of the why I built this budget deck the way I did, and what makes it pretty fun. So he crits me, so I'm going up to 5 damage, and I'm forced to drop a perfect guard on that rear guard column. And then this is my favorite part of the deck. I keep drawing trigger, there's no triggers all game, and then I keep drawing damage, checking them, and soul charging them, and it was pretty bad. But, so you're going to see here is I use the starter skill to soul charge and give the power to my rearguard Amon. And then I'm going to lock it with the limit break to give my Vanguard power and an extra crit. And then I'm calling Poker, and I unlock him. And there's a ruling that whenever something unlocks, it's in stand. So now I'm able to use my starter again, soul charging even more and giving power to my draw trigger, which becomes like this massive 21k draw trigger. And he guards all my attacks. Well, I think he takes 1, so he's at 4 damage. But so not really looking good for me. But if I can unflip somehow, then I can actually do that wombo combo again next turn, right? So we're good. And how did I get to 0? Seems to be a bug where G assist and it doesn't quite work. So then I go for the wombo combo again. I don't have enough counter blast, which is unfortunate, but I can at least unlock my barmaid and use it as a booster, which is good. And then I do get a crit, which is good. So I'm going to attack his interceptor away and then try to go for that crit game. He shows me he had a heal because he hit like 3 heals in this game, which was so bad for me because I got this great start, and then he just kind of healed away all my hard work. But sometimes that's Vanguard for you. I hope you guys liked this play-by-play recap. Please again check out the deck article for the budget Amon deck in the description below. Like us, comment, and subscribe. Vanguard Central out.